On this episode we're going to work on the 1UZ Sump. We're going to shorten it a bit, that way the engine sits back further. And the other thing which we're going to make a start on, or maybe even finish, are the engine mounts. Everything will be completely DIY, so we're going to make everything ourselves, and I'm taking you guys with me. As you just have seen, I fabricated these two plates. That way the sump is, like I said, like 8 centimeters shorter. So I'm going to clean these up on the belt sander over there, and then we're going to tack these up. But really important when welding sumps, always clamp these down really good. They warp very easily. It's getting a bit warm when welding. I believe in Fahrenheit it's like 100 degrees outside, Celsius around 30 to 35, super hot. I'm getting on pretty well, but because the material is so thin, you want to weld small sections, connect them together, and then move on to the complete other side. That way it cools down evenly and you don't get a lot of heat into the material. As you can see, this side's done, this one over here, then here, here in the front. So I'm doing it step by step, taking a bit longer, but this should prevent warping by quite a lot. Using the MIG on this thing probably would save me like half the time, but I must say I'm really happy with the results so far. This side needs to be done and this side as well, and then we're already done and we can move on to the oil pickup tube, which also needs to be modified. The oil pickup is re-welded. Let's get the plate in here and then the oil sump underneath. So grind that down and then you can already reassemble it. It's the next day and today we're going to work on making some engine mounts. The engine currently is sitting perfect because if we push it any back further, the cylinder head on the right side, when you're standing in front of the car, is going to hit the brake booster. Now there's 2 centimeters of play, which is absolutely awesome, but the thing I immediately noticed that we aren't going to get away with the stock exhaust manifolds. So I'm going to figure out someone or something. I've measured everything up. Mark the center of the car. Over there there's also a mark on the engine. This here's the mark, and of course the crank bolt. So we're going to need to line it up, and once that's done we can make some engine mounts. Let me quickly explain you what the idea is. I want a plate on here, and what I'm probably going to do here, this is for the sway bar. I'm going to make a plate which is sticking out, then it goes to the top, then onto the bolts which go through the subframe, and then make 2 lips with a hole in there, 1 rod here with a bushing, and that should hold up everything, and you can use all of the stock Volvo bolts and accessories, and that's something I really find necessary. Let's crack on with drilling, and after that finally some welding, something I like. Drilling is really boring and your hands get all greasy because I don't want to ruin those very expensive drill bits, since this is pretty thick steel. The drill bits get hot quite fast. If you don't cool them down with some oil, then they will go bad. First bracket for the car is done. Now I'm working on the second one. Let me show you what I made. I'm actually pretty proud of them because these are 100% plug and play on the car, and that's something I really want in a kit. No welding or grinding stuff on your car down, just plug and play. This will be welded on with a pipe on here to the engine, and this here is bolted down to the car. These two on top are for your subframe bolts. This, of course, for the engine, and here on the bottom for your sway bar. And it's super thick steel. It weighs like 1 kilo, pretty heavy. I've taken the rubber out of this tube, so now let's tack it on there, test fit it, and then we're going to weld it all around. Once it's welded all around, mock it up on the car, and then tack weld it to the plate. My hair is getting better by the hour. The engine is completely hanging by itself in there. I finished up the engine mounts, welded them all around, and the best thing was the gearbox mount. The only thing you need to do is get the old Volvo gearbox mount, drill 4 holes in it, move it over like 10 centimeters. There are 2 holes for it, so no cutting, drilling whatsoever, just move it over to the back and it fits straight up. Perfect. But the first major thing is finally finished. It took me way longer than I expected. I believe 2, maybe even 3 days. So way too long. I think this concludes this video. Next time I'll be making a custom exhaust and maybe also the headers. But I'm first going to try to do it with the stock ones. But one does fit and the other one probably isn't going to fit. Or yeah, I'm pretty much sure that it isn't going to fit. So next time, more fabrication, and we're slowly getting to stuff like fueling, electrics, and last but not least, the finishing touches, like getting the shifter in the car and all those things. So guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share the video, leave a comment below, and of course, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.